Hello everybody and welcome to my first advanced Excel tutorial. This tutorial is going to show you how to use defined ranges in your formulas. So this is quite a simple spreadsheet, and all it's got is you've got a set pass mark at the top. You've then got just a list of random names that I've generated off some random website, and just random percentages that I've generated as well. And then all it's going to do is just say whether or not they've passed. And hopefully whilst doing this I'm going to show you how useful it can be to use named ranges in your formulas. So first thing we need to do is define this as a range. So go to insert name define, and as you can see I've still got this one from the last one, so let's get rid of that. And then just put pass underscore mark at the top, and then I want this to refer to sheet 2 because that's the sheet I'm on, so equals sheet 2 exclamation mark C2, and I want to press F4 on that so that I get my dollar signs that will make them absolute references, so it's always going to reference C2, and click OK. So now if I go on to pass mark, you'll see that it's highlighting this cell. There's 50%. Now what I'm going to do now is just write a formula in here, so I'm just going to use an if statement. So equals if, and if you don't know how to use if statements, then go back to my intermediate tutorials that will show you how to use them. So equals if, and then I'm going to go to this cell and I'm going to say if it is less than the pass mark. So all I need to do here is just type pass underscore mark, and you'll see that it's turned green here, and that means that it's a named range, so it's recognizing it as a named range. Then comma, and I'll just finish off the rest of the if statement. So if it's true and the grade is less than pass, then we want it to put fail, and otherwise we want it to put pass. Remember to put your apostrophes around your strings, and then I say apostrophes, quotation marks. Apostrophes is the wrong word. And there you'll see that instead of comparing it with the word pass mark, it's actually recognizing this as a defined range and looking up against this cell. You notice that it highlights it in green. And then when you drag this down, it's always looking at pass mark. So you don't even need to worry about your absolute referencing because it's always looking at this. You can cut this around, put it anywhere you want, and it's still going to reference it. Even if your formula hasn't changed, it's still going to know exactly what it's looking up against. And also if you change the value of this, then your pass mark is going to change as well. So we make it 10%, it's pretty much everyone's going to pass. If we make it 0%, everyone does pass. If we make it 99%, then only Leslie passed. But Leslie is pretty clever, so that does make sense. And then so that's how you use your ranges, named ranges in formulas. Maybe you're thinking, why don't I just use an absolute reference to that cell? Well, if you think about it, imagine you had, say, kind of 50 references all to a cell, and then you changed the position of where that cell was. You then got to go through every single one of your formulas and then just change it 50 times. That's a lot of effort. So this is just taking out that effort a lot more. It's also making it really easy for other people that view your spreadsheets after you to understand exactly what it's referencing against. So pass mark makes a lot more sense to someone than just D2, which they'll have to spend their time looking for. Let's see how much time we've got left. We've got plenty of time. So now I'm going to show you how you would define a constant, so to speak. So it's not going to define a range, it's just going to define a value. So I'm going to get rid of this, I'm going to delete that, shift cells up. Oh, I don't want to do that. I want to delete the entire row. Let's get rid of the entire row. And now you'll notice that it can't find it because I've deleted the range. It's not there anymore. So what I'm going to do is go to Insert, Name, and Define pass mark. And it's got a #ref because I've deleted it. So I'm going to get rid of this, and I'm just going to put in 0.85. Okay. And you'll notice now that it's finding it. It's not recognising it as green, but it is finding it because it's comparing it with 0.85. So what's happened here is I've made this a set kind of, and for anyone who's done programming, you'd call it a constant variable, and it's just going to be the same across the whole sheet. So now you can just chuck pass mark in. So whenever you're writing, want to do anything with that constant, just equals pass mark, done, and that's it. So very useful for kind of quite complicated numbers that you can't remember, or just numbers that you want to use across your entire spreadsheet, but you want to be able to change whenever you need to. So that's how you use ranges within named ranges within formulas. And in the next tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to essentially write your own formulas in a using the insert name feature. So thanks for listening, and I hope to catch you in the next tutorial.